everyone. Thank you so much for attending today. My name is Kelsey, and I serve as a coordinator in the Center for Fraternity and Sorority Life. I'm one of three full-time professional staff members who support our great community here at Oregon State, including the Collective Greek Council. And I'm joined tonight by our other two staff members. So I'm going to turn it over to them to introduce themselves.
Thanks, Kelsey, and thanks so much, Jasmine. My name is Leslie Schott-Dray, and I am the Associate Dean of Students and Director of the Center for Fraternity and Sorority Life. And I am so delighted that you've chosen to join us and learn more about the Collective Greek Council today. I'll turn it over to JP to say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you all are joining us today for this. I'm JP Peters, Associate Director of Center for Fraternity and Sorority Life. It's exciting to see the numbers and the participants in here. A great opportunity for you to join our community and help with your transition to OSU. Now turn it back over to Kelsey.
Thanks so much. All right, so as you're listening to today's presentation, if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the Q&A section down in that bottom bar of your screen. You'll see Q&A, and you can type your question in there, and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. And then if you have any technical troubles or need help with something, feel free to pop that in the chat, and Leslie, JP, and I can help you out. We're so excited for you to be here today and to hear your great questions later on. But for now, I'll turn it over to Jasmine to get us started.
Thank you. Today, joining me today are representatives from all the Collective Greek Council chapters. They'll introduce themselves and their chapters here in a moment. The session will cover what the Collective Greek Council is, important dates that you may want to know about, and it will also present information about our 4 different chapters and how you can join one of their organizations. First, we would like to give some background information on the CGC. The Collective Greek Council is a special and unique element of our OSU community. CGC has various academic interests and are generally connected to one of our academic colleges or majors at OSU. CGC chapters strive to encourage professional development, academic excellence, and friendship for all members. These principles that were founded CGC back in 2017. So we're a relatively new council, but we're awesome. We currently have 4 CGC chapters that each have their own distinct identity, and we will be hearing from them today. Phi Sigma Rho is an engineering-based sorority, Chi Theta Phi a designed interest-based sorority, Sigma Delta Omega is science-based sorority, and Sigma Alpha an agricultural-based sorority. Our largest chapters have 60 members. The smallest has 30. The average size of our chapters are about 50 members. This is a great opportunity for those who want a small, more intimate experience. None of the CG chapters have chapter facilities, but are strongly connected to colleges and departments and often meet in buildings where members have the majority of their classes, which can vary from chapter to chapter. The average amount our chapter dues are anywhere from $85 to $175. Each chapter has their own distinct identity and interest, but each and every one of us strive to uphold our mission of supporting and advocating for one another. After hearing all of that, I expect you would like to hear more from our chapters to learn more about what they have to offer. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please leave them in the Q&A chat like Kelsey said, and we will answer them at the end. So first up, we have Chi Theta Phi, our art and design sorority.
Hi everyone, my name's Avery. I'm currently a merchandising management major and I'm a junior, and I'm also the VP of recruitment for Chi Theta Phi. So first, let's just talk a little bit about our sisterhood. So as a sisterhood, we strive to build lasting relationships, long-lasting friendships, fellow artistically minded women, benefit our community, and participate in creative activities that will further our career paths. Chi Theta Phi is actually a local sorority, which was founded in 2013 here at OSU. So that's we're relatively new, meaning we don't have that something we'd like to work towards in the future for sure. So as for recruitment requirements, right now we are requiring full-time students to be considered to be in our sorority. So that means you need at least a 2.5 GPA. You need to be taking at least 10 credits. And then another aspect of that is pretty important is that you need to make sure that you have some kind of interest in art or design, meaning you can either have an art or design major or just have a general interest in art and design, because we accept women of all majors. So as long as you're passionate about that, you'll fit right in our sisterhood. Another requirement you need to meet is that you need to be able to commit to attending meetings every Monday night from 7 to 8 for chapter. So now that I've covered all the technicalities, I just wanted to share a little bit with you about why I decided to join Chi Theta Phi. So like many first-year students, like many of you that are incoming, I was really nervous and anxious about being in a new place without a support system. And I just wanted to find a network of people where I could feel at home and that I knew would support me. And so initially I actually planned to go through Panhellenic recruitment, but after a little while I decided it wasn't right for me and I wanted to wait a little bit before joining the Greek community. So I didn't join Greek life until my freshman year spring term. So I actually found out about Chi Theta Phi through Instagram, and I decided to go to a few of their recruitment events for spring term, and I just connected with all the girls there and just felt like it was my place, and the rest is history, and I'm just really happy that I've joined. And yeah, it's really cool to be able to share all the interests with the girls and knowing that we share academic values. And yeah, so I guess to wrap up, I just wanted to touch real quickly on our recruitment plans for fall. To be completely honest, we're still trying to figure out exactly what this looks like, considering all the recent COVID-19 regulations, as many of you know. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be mostly a virtual process, though we're trying to plan events that can easily shift between in-person and virtual, just to be able to be flexible with everything. And then, this being said, we will be doing fall recruitment no matter what. So if you want to keep up with our little events and figure out what we're doing exactly, we will be announcing that on our Instagram and our website. So you can feel free. You can also email me at chithetaphi.recruitment@gmail.com, and I can update you with everything going on. But typically our recruitment process looks like we'll have 3 events, 3 nights in a row, and then so it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then we'll decide on Friday, and then you'll get your bid, and then we'll have our bid night that following Monday. So it's a very flexible, fast process, which is pretty nice, and I like that about Chi Theta Phi. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys listening to my little spiel, and I'm super excited for recruitment. I hope you guys are considering joining our sisterhood, and you can feel free again to DM our Instagram or email me at chithetaphi.recruitment.com if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you, Avery. Thank you, Avery. Next up, we have Phi Sigma Rho.
Hello. All right. So my name is Bryn, and I'm one of the co-recruitment chairs for Phi Sigma Rho. I'm currently going into my 3rd year at OSU, and I am in electrical and computer engineering. I am accompanied by my other recruitment officer.
Hi, my name is Ashlyn, and I'm the other co-recruitment chair. I'm currently 3rd year majoring in biochemistry and biophysics. So Phi Sigma Rho is a social sorority for women in technical studies, serving our sisters and the community by promoting high standards of personal integrity, respect, and character, lifelong bonds of sisterhood, and academic and professional excellence with a social balance. And this is done through shared experiences, common bonds, and recognition of service and achievement.
So a little bit of history. Phi Sigma Rho was founded in 1984 by Rashmi Khanna and Abby McDonald at Purdue. They were unable to participate in traditional sorority recruitment due to the demands of their engineering program, so they decided to start their own sorority instead. Phi Sigma Rho at OSU began in 2003 with the colony formation, and in 2005, the Sigma chapter was officially installed. Since then, the sorority has grown to include roughly 65 members from all engineering disciplines at OSU. The sorority is based on friendship, encouragement, and scholarship, and strives to inspire its members to have a great sisterhood while excelling in their engineering curriculum.
For our recruitment requirements, we accept all engineering majors, biochemistry and biophysics, chemistry, computer science, physics, and radiation health physics. And our minimum GPA requirement is 2.5.
So for dues, usually for new members fall term, it's around $190 to $215. Because of coronavirus, we're really trying to lessen the dues, so it should be no more than $190 this fall term. After that, when you're initiated and you're inactive, it'll go down to roughly $160. Again, we're trying to lower that. It's a little too soon to see, but for now, these are our numbers. If your circumstances restrict you from paying dues, we also have resources to help you cover the costs. So you don't really have to worry about that.
And so reasons why we joined, I joined Phi Sigma Rho because I was an out-of-state student and I knew basically no one when I came to OSU, and I knew I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. And so it wasn't until a girl on my floor and my engineering floor dragged me to one of the recruitment events that I realized that I really wanted to be a part of the sorority. And so I was able to meet some of my best friends and find a community of like-minded individuals within engineering.
Yeah, my experience is pretty much the exact same thing. I had never really met any women engineers before. I didn't have any friends like that. Again, I'm also an out-of-state student, so I just wanted to meet friends in general and help me with my classes. I will say my takeaway after joining is that we all are interested in engineering, but also we're extremely intelligent or well-rounded. We have our own unique interests and personalities. It's very refreshing. You get to meet a lot of interesting people.
And so for our recruitment process, what incoming students can expect for our process is that you'll find us at many OSU sanctioned events during week 0, and throughout the first week of the term, we start with an info night and then later host several activity events where you'll get to meet all the girls. So think of events like we'll be having possibly Zoom events, and we're still waiting to release our official schedule due to obvious reasons, but it will be advertised via email and across all social media platforms. So make sure to follow our Instagram at @PhiRhoLoveOSU.
Thank you, Ashlyn and Brian. Next up, we have Sigma Alpha.
Hello, everybody. My name's Jordan. Currently, my position title is Recruitment Chair, and I am a 4th year, currently studying animal science with a minor in Spanish. A little bit about Sigma Alpha is our mission is to cultivate professional women in agriculture. Our purpose is to promote our sisters in all aspects of agriculture and to strengthen the friendships of sisterhood. Not only do we promote professional women in agriculture, but we follow our 4 pillars, which are scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. A little bit of history about Sigma Alpha is that Sigma Alpha was founded in 1978 at Ohio State University by 4 wonderful ladies, Ann Holing Matthews, Cindy Davis, Marilyn Burns, Jennifer McMillan, and Amy Matthews. We are a national sorority with over 47 chapters in the United States and constantly growing, and having new chapters chartered across the United States. The difference between us is we're not a local, but we're a national chapter, and we just have national rules and Sigma Alpha rules. As for our recruitment requirements, we welcome everybody, but since we are a professional agriculture sorority, we tend to look for young ladies who have an interest or passion for agriculture. You must have an overall GPA of 2.5 or above in order to be in the sorority. And we would like ladies to attend as many recruitment events as possible. That way we can fully get to know you guys and you guys can see what Sigma Alpha has to offer. Me personally, why I joined Sigma Alpha, like most of the ladies have stated, I was an out-of-state student. I was coming from California. I was from a big city. I didn't know very much about agriculture. So coming to Oregon State, I really wanted to dive into the agriculture community and meet other people that had a passion for it. And I went to start and I was given a handout and I was going through all the different sororities that were there to offer. And I saw that Sigma Alpha was in the handout. And right away, I knew that this would be a great sorority to look into. And I've met some of the best ladies ever through this experience. And it's made my college time so much fun. And not only that, but I've had so many opportunities to help me find future careers once I graduate. And Sigma Alpha did more than just give me friends. They gave me memories that I will cherish forever. And I'm forever grateful for that and the sorority. So of course, with the coronavirus, our recruitment plans have been discussed a lot. Actually, we've been trying to figure out if we're going to have like a Zoom virtual recruitment. I originally started planning everything to be in person, and typically we would have an info meeting, a craft night, a bowling night, an alumni tailgate, a harvest festival, and a formal dinner. Some of those things will possibly end up having to be altered due to just the circumstances that we're currently facing. But if all goes to plan, those would be the events that we had planned to have. And if you were to receive a membership bid, we would like to have bid day on week 4 on that Saturday. So definitely try to stay posted on like our social media pages. We're going to be having a lot of information on there. You can follow us on Instagram at Oregon State Sigma Alpha. We also have a Facebook page, Sigma Alpha at Oregon State University. And our email is recruitment.zychapter@gmail.com. For our dues that we will be having, typically the new members is $275. The reason why it's $275 is that includes your polo, your name tag, your Sigma Alpha pin, and also our national dues that go towards for that fall term. And then your second term will be $145, and your third term will be $100. Once you've been in the sorority for an entire year, always fall term is going to be our most expensive just to cover national dues, and then it stays at $100. But if you guys definitely have any more further questions about Sigma Alpha or just want to get connected with other ladies in our organization, we would love to hear back from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Up next, we have Sigma Delta Omega.
Hi guys, so I'm the recruitment chair of Sigma Delta Omega. My name's Brenna. I'm currently a sophomore at Oregon State, and I'm currently majoring in marine biology with a minor in chemistry. Founded at Oregon State University in 2006, the mission of Sigma Delta Omega is to unite women pursuing the sciences and to aid these women in their professional and personal goals. In addition to helping our members, our sisterhood promotes science within the community by actively volunteering on and off campus, tutoring OSU students, and working with OSU STEM Academy. The 3 main goals of our organization are to 1, support women in STEM through social engagement, 2, encourage academic excellence, and 3, present information regarding the opportunities available in STEM to young women. Our membership is comprised of a diverse group of women united by a hunger for knowledge. Many of our members are actively involved in organizations on campus, such as the University Honors College, intramural sports teams, various professional societies, ASOSU, and so much more. As Sisters of Sigma Delta Omega, we support each other in the pursuit of our personal and professional goals at Oregon State University and beyond. In terms of recruitment requirements, you'll need the following things. First, we require all members to have a 3.0 GPA at a minimum. And second, you'll need to complete 10 hours of community service and 10 hours of study hours, and that's per term. And third, you must be available from 7 to 9 p.m. on Sundays for our weekly chapter meetings. And dues for your first term in Sigma Delta Omega, your dues are only going to be $100, but every term that you're active in the sorority, after that, it's just going to be $125. For me, I would say that joining SDO has easily been one of the best decisions I've ever made. I am also an out-of-state student, so when I got to OSU, I was really scared and confused and stressed out and had a hard time meeting people that I really connected with. So I heard about SDO at Fall Recruitment Week, and I was really nervous to invest initially just because I was like, I don't really know if this is necessarily for me. But after going through so much in my personal and professional life, I decided that I wanted to give SDO a shot and I wanted to turn things around for myself. So I went to winter recruitment events, and I was really, really excited because I met all of these fantastic women that were just as passionate and excited about science as I was, and that was a huge relief for me. Our former recruitment chair did a marvelous job creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere, and my now sisters made me feel right at home. So in terms of what we're going to do for recruitment right now, we're currently trying to plan a hybrid recruitment. A lot of this is dependent on what Governor Kate Brown will allow for us in terms of gatherings. So it's likely going to be entirely virtual, but we're going to try and pull off some in-person recruitment events if we can. So I would stay tuned for that. Week 1 of fall term, if you want to stay updated with that, you can email me at rushsdo@gmail.com. That's going to be the easiest way to get a hold of me. But also, if you stay tuned on our Instagram at Sigma Delta Omega, we're going to have those events released as soon as they're planned and finalized. And we're really, really excited to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you all for that wonderful information. As a reminder, you can stay up to date on all of this information by following these chapters on their social media pages, reaching out to them on their emails. So we have those all kind of on the screen, so you can take a look at those. We will also be having a CGC Fall Meet and Greet on September 24th from 5 to 6 p.m. in the Student Experience Center Plaza Here you can formally meet our chapters, learn when specific dates about their chapter recruitments will be. This event is subject to change to a virtual or hybrid format, but the date will stay the same, so mark your calendars for September 24th. Please register for this event by checking out the CGC website or the CGC Instagram. Now that you all have been given this information, we will be switching gears a little bit into our question and answer portion of the presentation. So if any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A chat and we can get started on that.
All right, thank you all so much for that great information. And we'll switch over to some Q&A. So like Jasmine said, anything you'd like to know, or if you want to direct a question to a specific chapter, go ahead and put those in the Q&A, and I'll be moderating those. So the first question we have that I'm going to ask Jasmine to answer first is, why should someone join a CGC chapter over any of the other options we have at Oregon State?
So that question is kind of up to you, as we can't really kind of decide that for you. Many chapters throughout OSU communities have similar values and qualities, but they all are different at heart. They basically, you just kind of want to find something that matches up to what you're looking for within values, within community service, philanthropy, what their sisterhood looks like, what they do on the community. There are other councils with other chapters involved. So you have the Panhellenic Council, the National Panhellenic Council, the Multicultural Greek Council, and these councils also have sororities in them. So you can take a look at those and kind of experience what they have to offer. CGC is unique because it offers you a place to find those strong connections within your field of study or major or interest, and you're able to connect with sisters, and you can have an academic support system. You can have people that understand the struggles you go through within your major, and kind of you have a great networking experience as well. But really it kind of just boils down to what you're looking for and what you really hold true to yourself, and like what you want to see from your chapter experience. So
thank you. And I'm going to toss this question over to Jordan as well.
I would have to definitely agree with Jasmine that we can't exactly tell you which chapters you should be joining and why you should join CGC. But personally, being part of a sisterhood where we all have very similar kind of like we have similar like styles and the way that we want to go about, specifically like with Sigma Alpha, I love being able to go into a chapter room and be able to talk about like my job, like being able to be in different clubs and like Styria, and being able to connect with sisters on that level, and knowing that we have so many similar interests in our sorority, and you're just able to really like connect on a strong level. And most of the CGC chapters, since they are smaller, you know everyone, like you get to know them. You're not like, oh yeah, I think that girl's in our sorority. You're like, I know that girl's in our sorority. I want to get to know her. I want to go and just like grow a relationship with them, go get coffee. I really like the small community aspect of it and being able to know everybody on a deeper level for sure.
Awesome, thank you so much. And this next question is also for Jasmine. Can you talk about, is hazing allowed in CGC chapters?
Hazing is never permitted in any of our CGC chapters or at the OSU Greek community or Oregon State, IFC, MGC, NPHC, CGC, and Panhellenic all agree that hazing is unacceptable within the Greek community. And if hazing happens, it has to be reported to the university and the councils, and that'll be dealt through the OSU student conduct processes and have council judicial processes. Hard word, can't say it. But it is not acceptable at all, and we take serious actions, and it's just something that we're really passionate about within the community and trying to stop and handle and really kind of just end it.
Thank you for that. All right, so does CGC participate in other council events? So do you all do anything with the other councils? I'm going to pass this first to Ashlyn.
Yeah, so I'm actually on, I'm on one of the council members of the Greek Week community, of the Greek Week event. But definitely the CGC chapters try to participate in as many other councils and chapter activities as much as possible. So like I said before, we participate in Greek Week, as well as activities such as All Universities Sing. So CGC chapters will have social events with chapters of different councils and participate in their philanthropies and other social events as well.
Thank you. Yeah, Greek Week is a much anticipated event, so it's a lot of fun to see everyone coming together as one community. And can I also have Brenna answer this question for us?
Yeah, I love talking about things that we do with other chapters. I know sometimes we have socials with other chapters, so we've done stuff with Kappa Sigma, Sigma Kappa, AO Pi. We'll just kind of go over to their house and we'll hang out. Sometimes we've done like a painting night with them before, kind of like a Bob Ross style. There was another, I think with AO Pi, we did like a spa night where you like painted your nails and toes and everything. And we also love to participate in Sing in Mock Rock, which I'm not sure if you guys really know about yet, but if you join the Greek community, it's kind of all, Sing is all you talk about all year, basically. And Mock Rock, I had the great privilege to be in, like, Mock Rock got canceled this year, but the way it was is each chapter got assigned like an artist. So ours was Ariana Grande, so we would just dance to Ariana Grande songs, and like all of our hairs are going to be tied up in ponytails. It was a great time. So we really love to stay involved with other chapters, and we don't just do things with the CGC, because then we wouldn't be, including ourselves in the rest of the Greek community that OSU has.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. All right, next question is, how do you balance being in a sorority and your academics? So if I could have Bryn and Avery take on this question.
Okay, yeah, so as a master procrastinator, I actually think of my sorority as helping with my study habits rather than hindering it. With our weekly study sessions, and all the girls, I mean, they're in like every single major. Any intro classes you have this term, this year, there's at least 5 people who have taken that class before. So I actually have done a lot better with my classes than I probably would have if it wasn't for the sorority.
Yeah, for me, I think that it's really about organization, which is really important in balancing everything in life, but I think especially Greek life and your academic classes. I think that for me, something I like to do is have a big calendar on my wall, like in my dorm room freshman year. I write everything out, and then I also like to have an app on my phone that I can put things in to make sure that I get notifications, and I make sure that I know when due dates are, and I know when a chapter is, and everything that I need to be at, so you don't forget things, because it happens to everybody, but you don't want to forget things or miss out on things. So I think that that's really helpful. And I also agree that being in the sorority, especially Chi Theta Phi for myself, has been really helpful, because all of the girls have taken the classes that you're taking, because everybody has similar interests, and most people have similar majors. So then you can just ask if you ever need help balancing things or figuring academic stuff out. So then you just have like the perfect little mix and everything's good. So yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing those tips. That's awesome. And so this is going to be, this next question I think everyone should take a stab at. Could you share sort of what events your chapters put on throughout the year? So to keep it short, since there's quite a few of us, if you could just name one of your favorite events that your chapter puts on throughout the year that you look forward to.
I'll jump on this one first. For us, for our philanthropy event, our big philanthropy event, we do a trivia night. So we invite all chapters around the OSU Greek community to come and participate in our trivia night, and it gets really heated. I don't even know how to explain it. Like there's just like so much rise and fall. Like if you get one question wrong, you're like down to the bottom. It's really intense, and even STO girls like planning out the questions that we're going to ask, like, oh, I don't know, is this one too good? Is this one too hard? We don't know. So it's a very fun experience, and it's one we all look forward to. And we sell chocolate covered pretzels. So if you want a snack, then you can get some pretzels, and you're supporting our philanthropy, which is a lot of fun.
So. Okay, I can go. So for Chi Theta Phi right now, we're kind of in the process of kind of changing up our philanthropy. So I think that from internally, my perspective, I think my favorite thing that we do is Big Little, which is something that a lot of the Panhellenic sororities do, which is kind of cool for me. I think that we do some of those traditions that are like traditional and Panhellenic, but while we're not Panhellenic, we still do those things. So I think that Big Little is really fun. And then you have your family and you do the reveal, and yeah, it's just really fun. I really like doing that.
I'll go next. My favorite thing that Phi Sigma Rho does is definitely our Orchid Ball event, which is kind of like a prom type of event where it's every February. And so there's a theme every year. This last year's theme was Mamma Mia, and then the year before, I forgot what it was, but it was really good. And so it's kind of like a prom type of event where we all dress up, and then we all go to a ballroom type of event space in the MU. And then we just kind of dance and we just have fun. And it's really nice because it's kind of hard sometimes, like in your engineering classes and especially during school, to kind of have an event like that, especially just like to see your sisters besides and like different philanthropy events or social events or anything else, especially during chapter events. So it's nice just to have that type of event where you can kind of dance away the night with your sisters and then have fun.
So for Sigma Alpha, we do a lot of social events and philanthropy events, but I would have to say one of my favorite things that we end up doing is our Sisterhood retreat. It always changes up every year. It's a great opportunity for all the sisters to finally come together and be underneath one roof. We sometimes rent like a huge beach house or a huge cabin, and we're always changing up the location, and we leave it as a surprise about like 2 days before we release where we're going to be going. So it kind of gets all the girls anticipated, and they're like excited, and we really just get to be on like a personal level, play games, cook together, eat dinner together, and just enjoy our time together, because since we don't have a house typically for like our chapter meetings, we're at the school and we're in a classroom. It's just a different like vibe and everything with everybody, and I love it so much. I'm very grateful that we have sister retreats.
Anyone else want to share? Last call.
I guess Ashton already touched on Phi Sigma Rho, but this one's ingrained in my brain. We usually go to either a pumpkin patch or there's that maze, the corn maze, where people scare you. I love that for whatever reason, both events. Last year we did the corn maze, and it was just there were like 30 of us, and we all like held our hands in this chain and rushed through the maze while all these people were scaring us. There were chainsaws involved, so like it was pretty believable, but that's definitely a highlight for me.
Thank you. I can't do those. I get too scared. So props to you all. All right, this next question is going to go to Jasmine. So sometimes there's different processes going on. So CGC chapters are having recruitment events. Panhellenic has their own process. MGC chapters will be having their own events where interests can come and learn more. So is it possible to participate in more than one recruitment process?
Yes, so it's completely possible to participate in more than one recruitment process, and we highly encourage it, actually. We want you to be able to find your place that you really do connect with and really have a, just like it's the place that you want to be. We don't want to constrict you or hold you back from finding that home at OSU. We want you to be able to find that place. Since all councils have different recruitment processes, you should kind of make sure to check out what those councils are offering, what their dates are, if there's a conflict with other other councils' dates as well, and kind of planned out that way. And for CGC chapters, we also encourage you to check out the other chapters within our council as well, and just kind of keep in mind those recruitment processes. But we really do encourage you to kind of look at what the whole Greek community has to offer, as we want you to be able to find your home here.
Thank you so much. And then Jasmine, if you can take this last question for me, can you talk a little bit about what the time commitment is for chapters per week? So like chapter meetings, new member meetings, other sort of commitments. What's a typical week look like?
So a typical week can kind of look a little different depending on what you kind of want to do. So if you want to get heavily involved in your sorority, hold all those leadership positions, all those chair positions, do all the philanthropies, do all the social events, going to be a little bit longer. So it could be 10 hours a week if you're dedicated, you want to get it done. But if you're kind of slowly growing into it and kind of thinking about just, I'll go to our chapter meeting this week, and then kind of do all the other like small little things. It can be 3 to 6 hours a week, or it could be just 2 to 3 hours depending on what your chapter's obligations are, as chapter meetings can run anywhere from an hour to 2 depending on what's being talked about. And for new member education, it kind of ranges for our chapters on how long those meetings will go. So they can be an hour or 2 depending on what the chapter really kind of focuses on. But really it's kind of what you want to put into it is how much you're going to kind of put a time commitment on it. So it can be a small amount of hours or it can be a lot, but either way you're going to have a good time doing it all.
Thanks so much. All right, and I believe that's all the questions we have for tonight. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Jasmine, to close us out.
Awesome. So I want to thank you all for joining us today, and I hope you are considering to join one of our CGC chapters and find your home within our community. If you have any questions throughout the summer, feel free to reach out to any of the recruitment officers here, DM their Instagram accounts, email them, send me questions through email, DM the CGC account for more information, and we'll be uploading some videos throughout the summer, doing more activities as well to get everybody super excited for recruitment in the fall. So I want to thank you all so much again for coming and joining us today. So go Beavs, go great.